Believing in your own worth and embracing your uniqueness are the cornerstones of a positive self-image. And that is the thought for today. Welcome to 7 Good Minutes. I'm Clyde Lee Dennis. Thanks for joining me for what I believe will be 7 of the most enriching minutes of your day. In today's episode of 7 Good Minutes, we talk about building a positive self-image. Enjoy. Your self-image is the way you see yourself, and it plays a major role in how you navigate life. When you have a positive self-image, you feel more confident, capable, and ready to take on challenges. On the other hand, a negative self-image can hold you back, making you feel unsure of yourself and unworthy of success. The good news is that self-image is not set in stone. It can be shaped and improved with time and effort. The way you think about yourself affects not only your actions, but also your mindset. If you believe you're capable of growth and change, you'll be more motivated to push yourself. When you understand that your self-image is something you can work on, you take the first step toward building a more positive view of yourself. By making small adjustments in how you think about yourself, you can create lasting changes that improve your overall sense of well-being. A healthy, positive self-image starts with understanding that you're in control of how you see yourself, and with the right tools, you can make meaningful improvements. One of the main obstacles to building a positive self-image is negative self-talk. These are the inner thoughts and beliefs that tell you you're not good enough, capable enough, or deserving of success. Often these thoughts are based on old experiences or beliefs that no longer serve you, but they can still have a powerful effect on how you see yourself today. It's important to identify these negative thoughts when they arise. Pay attention to the way you talk to yourself throughout the day. Are you overly critical or hard on yourself? Do you constantly compare yourself to others and feel like you're falling short? Once you become aware of these patterns, you can begin to challenge them. Recognizing negative self-talk is the first step in breaking free from it. You don't have to accept these limiting beliefs as the truth. By questioning them, you start to loosen their grip on your self-image, opening the door to more positive and empowering thoughts. Once you've identified negative self-talk, it's time to replace it with positive self-talk and affirmations. Affirmations are simple, positive statements that help shift your mindset and reinforce a more positive view of yourself. By consistently speaking kindly to yourself, you begin to change the narrative you have about who you are and what you're capable of achieving. For example, instead of thinking, "I'll never be able to do this," try telling yourself, "I am capable of figuring this out." This small change can have a big impact on your self-image over time. The more you practice positive self-talk, the more natural it becomes, and the more you start to believe in your abilities. Affirmations can be powerful tools for building confidence and self-worth. They remind you of your strengths and reinforce the idea that you are enough just as you are. Over time, these positive statements will help you shift your self-image from one of doubt and limitation to one of confidence and possibility. Another important step in building a positive self-image is setting realistic goals. When you set goals that are achievable and aligned with your values, you create opportunities to experience success and build confidence. Each time you achieve a goal, no matter how small, it boosts your belief in yourself and strengthens your self-image. It's important to make sure your goals are realistic. If you set goals that are too lofty or unrealistic, you may feel discouraged if you don't reach them. Start small and build from there. Celebrate your progress, no matter how minor it may seem. Every step forward is a step toward a more positive self-image. By setting goals that challenge you while still being achievable, you give yourself the chance to prove to yourself that you're capable. With each success, your self-image becomes stronger, and you begin to trust yourself more fully. This cycle of setting and achieving realistic goals can have a lasting, positive effect on how you see yourself. The people you surround yourself with play a huge role in shaping your self-image. If you spend time with individuals who uplift, support, and encourage you, it becomes easier to maintain a positive view of yourself. On the other hand, if you're constantly around negative or critical people, it can be harder to feel good about who you are. Make it a priority to build relationships with people who genuinely care about your well-being and want to see you succeed. These positive influences will help reinforce the good things you believe about yourself and provide encouragement when you need it most. They'll remind you of your worth when self-doubt creeps in and celebrate your achievements with you along the way. At the same time, it's important to limit your exposure to negative influences that drain your energy or chip away at your self-esteem. By surrounding yourself with positivity, you create a supportive environment that nurtures your growth and strengthens your self-image. Building a positive self-image is not a one-time task. It's an ongoing process. Once you've developed a more positive view of yourself, it's important to nurture and maintain it. This means continuing to practice positive self-talk, setting and achieving goals, and surrounding yourself with supportive people. It also means being kind and patient with yourself. There will be days when you feel less confident or struggle with self-doubt. That's normal. What matters is how you respond to those moments. Instead of falling back into old patterns of negative thinking, remind yourself of how far you've come. Use the tools you've developed, like affirmations and positive self-talk, to refocus and realign with your positive self-image. As you continue to nurture this mindset, you'll find that your self-image becomes more resilient. It will be easier to maintain a sense of confidence and self-worth, even in the face of challenges. Over time, a positive self-image will become the foundation upon which you build a fulfilling and successful life. That does it for today's episode of 7 Good Minutes. Please take a moment to rate and review the show on the platform you're listening on. Until next time, let's be civil to one another out there. Thanks for listening.